Today, I get to talk to you about drones, which is really cool. I feel lucky to be able to do that. I'm from a company called Skycatch. We're a commercial drone manufacturer, and we make drones that are used on industrial work sites. So when Brad was introducing this tech summit, he mentioned that you'll see some technology that's used in interesting and new and innovative ways. So when most people think of drones, they hear the word drone. This is what they think of. They think of a machine for war. This is several $100 million. It's huge, it's dangerous, it's scary. It's not exactly what you'd think of as an everyday tool. But we are actually in the smartphone revolution for drones. Drones are here to stay. Now, just to give you an idea of how this technology has been commercialized, we actually are now creating 1,500 different types of drones. 1,500 different kinds of drones are being manufactured today. And these drones are no longer hundreds of millions of dollars. You can now buy these drones for the same price you would buy a T-shirt. In fact, I think that within the next few years, it's going to be more common for children to ask for a toy drone instead of a teddy bear. And just to give you an idea of how small and inexpensive these drones have become, I want to show you a little drone that I have brought here, practiced in my hotel room last night. So hopefully I will not crash it on stage. But let's see how well a lawyer can fly a drone. So this is just, you know, anyone can do this. Takes a little bit of practice. Hopefully I won't crash. And try to bring it right back to me. And, oh, well, close enough. Okay, so you can just see that this is a toy, and this is not what my company makes, but this is something that's available for everyone, and I would encourage you all to go out and become drone pilots yourselves, learn how to fly. But I want to talk more about the industrial use cases for drones. So this is what some Silicon Valley entrepreneurs thought would be a good use for drones. But drones are actually being used all over the world right now for some real and valuable use cases. So DHL is delivering packages to an island in the North Sea of Germany. And that island is very hard to get to, and these people are getting packages for the first time on a more frequent basis. We're seeing environmental groups actually monitoring wildlife and deterring poachers by using drones as monitoring devices. We're also seeing scientists use drones to collect data to track climate change. So there are, there's some exciting ideas out there for beer delivery, the burrito bomber, and all of those ideas are just a few years away. We will get there. We will have this exciting future. But for now, I'd like to tell you about how drones are used on industrial work sites right now. And here's a little bit more about our technology. So Skycatch creates basically an end-to-end, fully autonomous drone solution. So our drones actually take off, execute missions, land, swap batteries with a ground robot, upload data to the cloud without any human intervention. So you can leave them out in the field, and they'll do a lot of things that human beings used to do, and they'll also do a lot of things that we could never do before. So right now, I'm just going to show a video of a mine where Skycatch drones are used. And with this video, I think they'll pull it up now. This is at a huge open pit mine. It's about 5 miles wide, and every day there's a lot of dangerous things that are happening at the mine, including blasts. So there are controlled explosions that are used for these mines, and these explosions, well, here we go. These explosions, that's about the size of 3 football fields right there. It's huge. 140,000 pounds of explosives are used in this explosion, which is a regular occurrence. Now, the reason why it's important for us to have this video is because we can actually make sure that every charge goes off, that there's no unexploded ordnance. Because if there is, then miners who come into work afterwards might face real danger. So construction is another area where we're seeing Skycatch drones being put to use every day around the world. Construction is actually a very dangerous job. Hard hats, steel-toed boots, other personal protective gear. There's a reason why folks are wearing that. Actually, more construction workers die from falls each year than police officers are killed in the line of duty, or firefighters in the line of duty combined. So that's a really staggering number, and these deaths are preventable. Right now, we are using Skycatch drones to collect data, to make these construction sites more intelligent, to do inspections of those hard-to-get-to places, and reducing overall work for the on-site personnel. So some of the most powerful use cases for drones are actually the simplest. So Skycatch drones are being used on farms all over the world to collect hyperspectral data. And with that data, we can do something called a vegetation index. And this data actually tells farmers where we need more irrigation, how fertilizer is being deployed. It tells them if there's a diseased area of a farm, how quickly can we isolate that and save the rest of the crops. So this is doing a few things at once. First of all, we're improving the yield for these crops dramatically, improving the productivity for the farms. But another thing that we're doing is reducing the environmental impact. We're using less water, we're using less fertilizer, and that's huge. So there are a few issues. This is why I'm the head of policy. I have a little bit of a legal background. Unfortunately, in the United States, the skies are not quite open. Our friends in Asia, in Europe, in parts of South America, in Australia especially, are able to fly drones on commercial work sites more easily because of the fact that there are a really robust regulatory framework in place. And we've been working with the FAA, and the FAA has been supportive in moving drone law forward. So at the end of this year, there's going to be a rule coming out for small UAVs, and that rule will be implemented at the end of 2015. Now, in the meantime, some of our partners have applied for special permission to fly from the FAA. That's called an exemption. And those exemptions are being granted. So you will see drones in the sky more often than ever before. There's another challenge for the future of drones, and this goes back to delivery. So when Amazon is delivering packages via drones, which they've made very clear they want to do. Now, Amazon said that they can deliver 90% of the packages they currently deliver via drone. So you're going to have millions of packages delivered, flying through the air fully autonomously. Now, the challenge there is we need an air traffic control system. So what we're working with NASA and some other industry partners on is called Air Highway. Now, Air Highway will allow folks to enter a registration number for their drone, enter their flight path and the time of flight, and it'll generate a unique path through the sky to make sure there's no conflict or collision with other drones. Now, this is necessary. This is, with manned aircraft, we have air traffic control towers, we have air traffic controllers who actually say when planes can take off and land and make sure to avoid each other's flight paths. We can't do that with drones. There are going to be too many of them in the sky. They're going to be over our cities. So we're going to have a fully autonomous system that makes sure that traffic runs smoothly. Now, even though this is the future, I hope that I've left you with the knowledge that drones are here now. Drones are being used on these industrial work sites now, all over the world, sooner than later in the United States, and they're doing a whole lot of good. This is really the smartphone moment for drones. Our drones have already been adopted by dozens of construction work sites, mines, and we're excited to see where it goes. I would say the sky is the limit for drones, but that is not very accurate when it comes to this technology. But I would say that this is going to be a huge multi-billion-dollar market, and I hope you all look out for drones coming to the skies near you. Thank you very much.